Okay, so on 4K Pro, latest box from On, you're not sure if you want to get it or not. I've just had so many questions from all of the comments from some of my previous videos. I'm just going to spend this entire video answering as many questions as I can. In fact, have a look on the screen right now. These are some of the questions that we are going to cover. Let's not waste any more time. Let's dive deep into this box and answer all of your questions. So question number one, I want to watch movies directly from a USB drive. I've got lots of stuff that I've previously purchased. Can I access those movies directly on this box, and what formats are supported? Well, I think the big one that everybody wants to know is that, is this device limited to FAT32? FAT32 has a big limitation whereby the file size of each of your files can't be bigger than 4 gigabytes. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that if I now open up the K application, as you can see here, I've already plugged in a drive which is formatted as exFAT, and with exFAT you don't have that limitation. As you can see here, if I browse my drive, we can see there it is. And not only is it just called exFAT, you can see here the fact that we can see the file size is 5.26 gigabytes. You just know that this is not a FAT32 drive. This is in fact exFAT. And not only can we see the file, I can click on that, and we're now streaming a 5.2 gig movie directly on the On 4K Pro box. And that is a glorious 4K picture. Works absolutely fine, guys. So if you are somebody that likes to carry your movies on a portable USB drive or a very large USB stick, you can comfortably format that USB stick or drive as exFAT and just transfer across all of your large movies, and you'll be able to access all of them directly on the On 4K Pro. Next up, I don't like this new home screen on my Google TV device. You can see here with some of these round icons, maybe that's not your preference. You definitely don't want all these big adverts in the background, lots of streaming stuff. Can you use a custom launcher on the new On 4K Pro box? Well, as you can see on my device, I can press one button, 3, 2, 1, press. And we are instantly taken to a custom launcher, super slick, super fast, custom backgrounds, custom icon sizes, custom categories, hide applications, move things around, and really just get your home screen looking exactly how you like it. So custom launchers are definitely supported on the On 4K Pro box. Next up is a 2-in-1 that can I use this launch button here on the top right, which is a shortcut button. Can you actually use that to launch third-party applications, or is it only there for standard official applications? Well, I can tell you that you can use it for any side-loaded application, any third-party application, which then also answers the question that can you easily sideload applications on this device? We can see if I long press this button here, give that a second, and it now allows me to create a custom shortcut. If I click on that, and we can see here some of the applications that I've sideloaded directly on this device. So if I try a popular third-party streaming one, let's enable that, create that shortcut. Now, wherever I am in the home screen or in any application, I can now press the shortcut button, 3, 2, 1, press. And that should take me instantly to my favorite third-party streaming application. So the answer is yes, you can easily sideload applications, third-party applications on this device, and you can also assign that shortcut button to any of those side-loaded third-party applications. Next up, about the remote control. We know unfortunately there are a few different versions out there. My one is not the backlit one, and it doesn't have the free TV button in there. But the great thing is, even with this version, I can still use the Find Me feature, which is built in directly into the device. So wherever my remote control is, maybe my dog has run off with it, maybe my cat has hidden it somewhere, maybe it's behind the sofa. If I just go to the device and press the button at the front, we'll see that it starts beeping like that. So a great feature, because I know everybody has that problem where they can't find the remote control. This way you can just press the button at the front and you can go ahead and find your remote control, whichever version that you have. Next up, how fast is the Wi-Fi on this device? As you know, it does support Wi-Fi 6. Well, you can see in the tdoctoruk household, my device is getting round about 450 meg downstream. I'm quite far from the router or the router. Let's do that test one more time. 450 meg. So we can say comfortably on the new On 4K Pro box, using Wi-Fi, we always get speeds of over 450 meg, which obviously is a very good speed. I've actually seen it push more closer to 500, but obviously in my household, there are other people using the internet. So it could just be that somebody else is currently downloading or streaming something right now. Okay, so that's the Wi-Fi speeds. Now, as you know, the device also has an onboard Ethernet port, which unfortunately is capped at 100 meg. In fact, I can just do a quick test now. I've just plugged that in. Let's see now with an Ethernet cable plugged in, do we cap at 100 meg? So let's test that again. You can see now it says the Ethernet. As you know, Ethernet does always give you that reliable connection where you won't have any issues with interference or how far you are from your internet modem or router. You do get that solid, dependable connection. It is just a bit unfortunate that the onboard port is capped at 100 meg. Okay, so we are getting more or less the theoretical maximum, but the great thing is because the device does have a USB 3 port, you can plug in a USB 3 hub with the gigabit port and you should be able to get pretty good speed. So let me do that now. Okay, so this is now a test with the USB 3 hub with the gigabit port. Give that a second. Okay, so we get over 500 meg. Let's do that one more time. So if you are somebody looking for that more solid, more reliable connection, you can definitely plug in a USB 3 gigabit port and get better speed. And we can see in test number 2, closer to 500 meg. Now I actually have a 1 gigabit connection in my house, so these speeds are not as high as I would have liked them. But again, when you are using adapters, when you are using hubs, you're never going to get the true native speed. But again, that kind of speed to get on your streaming device is more than enough even for 8K streaming, so that's working absolutely fine. Next up, can I use the tdoctoruk app killer to close off all of my background applications on my On 4K Pro? And fortunately, the answer is yes. So if we open up the very popular background apps and process list, we can see it's detected 14 applications open in the background. I can back out of this. And if I now open up the tdoctoruk app killer, which is available directly on the Google Play Store, I can open that up. I can make that connection. I can click on allow. I've already enabled USB debugging. That's connected. We can do a quick count. How many applications are running in the background? It confirms there are 14. Now with one click, ready, steady, go. It tells me 13 of those have now been stopped. 13 because it won't stop itself. If I now click on exit, if I now once again open up the background apps and process list, just to confirm, we can see all of those applications have now been closed, freeing up all of that valuable memory. And it just means that your device will perform a lot better when these things are not running in the background. So the application works absolutely fine and it is available directly on the Google Play Store. Next up, how much of that 32 gigabytes of storage is actually usable for you? Well, if we go over to the settings, let's click on that. Let's now go down into system. And we can see inside storage, we can see with everything else installed, we have a total of 23 gigabytes of space available. So ample storage, more than enough for all of your streaming applications, your utilities, your games, all of that can easily be installed on the On 4K Pro box. Next up, how can I enable the developer options so I can then speed up my device? Well, as with all of these Android TV devices or generally Android devices, all you have to do is go over to your settings, click on system, go to about, go into that, and where you have your build number, if you just press the select button here 7 times, you can see eventually it will say you are now a developer. And what that basically means is if I now press back, inside system, we now have access to developer options. So I can click on that. And this is basically where you'd enable, for example, USB debugging if you want to use certain ADB applications, but also to speed up any Android TV device. I always recommend going into here, turning off the Windows animation scale, turning off the transition animation scale, and changing the animated duration scale to 0.5. If you change this to 0, this is what causes the jumpy mouse, where if you open up Downloader or try to use any kind of virtual mouse, any movement will just cause the mouse to go into each of the corners. So for the last one, I always recommend go for 0.5. And this just means that you'll still get that snappy performance and it won't impact your virtual mouse. That's working absolutely fine. And you can see just whizzing around, clicking on things. It is fairly snappy. Next up, what certifications are supported on this device? Well, if I go over to the settings, I can now go into display. And where we have the dynamic range and color format, we can see mine is set to SDR because I'm doing this through a capture card. If I click on that, you can see over here, it does support Dolby Vision and also supports HDR. But unfortunately, I can't test it directly on my device because I'm pumping this through a capture card. But as for the dynamic range, you also have the option here to match the content frame rate. You have these three options here. And lastly, in the advanced display settings, you got option to allow for game mode. And you can also select the formats. If I go to show formats, these are the options supported. So Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG. Let's go back. Let's now go to advanced sound settings. Go to show formats. And this then shows you Dolby Digital Plus, Dolby Atmos, and DTS. Depending on your particular sound setup, you should be able to pump these audio formats through your ON 4K Pro. Next up, can I use popular UK-based streaming applications like BBC iPlayer, like ITVX on this box? Now, unfortunately, when you first get this device, you will see that it does come preloaded with ITVX and this application here. But if you try to launch that, when it does that detection of what device you're currently using, in a couple of seconds, it will unfortunately error out, as you can see there. But there is an easy fix for that, which I did cover in a recent video. All you need to do is just install the custom versions of these applications directly from our website. I've just installed one of them here just to show you. And when you use that custom version, you can go ahead and install all of your favorite UK-based streaming applications. And I will leave the link to that video below. But you can see, guys, using those custom versions, it works absolutely fine. Here, for example, you can just type in W1 continue, and you are in there. Let's back out of that. Next up, can you use hands-free Google to control your device? And the answer is yes. So for example, I can say, hey Google, watch Tech Doctor UK on YouTube. So that should now automatically open up YouTube for me, and it takes you directly to one of my recent videos. That's working fine. You can obviously ask questions like, hey Google, what's the weather in London tomorrow? Are we getting any sun? We're getting some sun, so that's looking good. Hey Google, open Kodi. Give that a second, and we are straight into the application. So voice control works pretty good, and it'll allow you to control your device and integrate with your applications installed. Next up, can you access the entire Play Store on the ON 4K Pro? Now, although you don't see the icon for it here, because of this new Google TV layout, you can always use your voice and just say, open Play Store. Give that a second, and that takes you inside the traditional Play Store. And you can then go ahead and access all of the Android TV supported applications directly on here. That's working absolutely fine. Next up, what are the live TV options built into the ON 4K Pro box? Now, depending on your location, what's available for you, that will determine what you can actually see directly on this device. If I just press the small TV button, let's click on that. We can see on my device that does nothing. But if I now open up a VPN and make a connection to a USA server, let's just say I'm interested in, let's just go for this option here. Give that a second. That's now connected. Let's just click on cancel. That's now connected. I can now press home. And we can see now in a couple of seconds, we get this live tab. So it is very, very dynamic. As soon as it detects that you have a USA IP address, it then unlocks all of the live section. And you can now go ahead and access a fully working program guide, access all of these live channels, and get them directly on the ON 4K Pro box. It's interesting now when I press the home button, if I now press the live button now, we can see it then actually activates that and goes over to that live guide. So unless you have the USA IP address, unfortunately you won't see those live channels. Let's back out of that. Next up, I'm worried about sideloading. I don't want to install any application from the Google Play Store. I want to just sideload applications. Can I do that on the ON 4K Pro box? Well, fortunately, that's an easy answer, and the answer is yes. Just open up Downloader or install Downloader from the Play Store. Open that up. Click on OK. You can now type in any web address. You can type in the shortcode for my website, which is just 53402. Type that in, click on go. That'll take you directly there. And really, it's all about that first download. When you try to do a first download of any application, that's where your device will prompt you asking that, do you want to allow this application downloader the ability to install applications? Let me just demonstrate that now. So click on the hamburger menu, click on downloads. Like I said, it doesn't matter which download it is. It's just the first one that you try to download. Let's just go for good old set orientation. Click on that, scroll down, click on download now. Give that a second. It says that for security, you can't install anything. Do you want to give it permission? We click on settings. And we can now see downloader just needs to be enabled. And from this point forward, you can now install any application. You can now sideload any application you want on your On 4K Pro box. And that's working absolutely fine. Next up, can I do some retro gaming on the On 4K Pro? As you've seen here, it's very easy for me to pair up a Bluetooth controller. I've just got a standard Xbox One game controller, Bluetooth. I pair that to my device. I can now control the device using the controller. Now, for example, I can open up an emulator like SSPP, which is freely available directly on the Google Play Store. Let's see if that works first time. And we are now into some gaming. So I think that's probably going to be enough questions answered for this episode. Do leave me a comment below if any other questions that you want answered, and I'll consider making a follow-up video. But wrapping up, what are my closing thoughts on the On 4K Pro box? Firstly, let me just say a big thanks to Troy Point from troypoint.com, who's actually the person who sent me this device over from USA to United Kingdom, because as I'm sure you guys know, the only place where this device is available is United States. So for many people around the world, you just don't have access to this device. And that's one of the biggest issues, that even though your device can be really good, even your device can have great specs, but if people can't get the device, then it's not going to really help many people at all. But overall, I would say it's still a good device. It does have some good features like that 3 gig RAM, like the 32 gig storage, with all the built-in certifications with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. So to get those kind of features at $50 price point, I do think that's very good. And I don't think you'll be able to find any other Android TV box with those specs at that $50 price point. It also does have some other annoying issues, like the fact that the onboard Ethernet is only 100 meg. Even though it has a built-in speaker, if your TV is off, it then actually wakes up your TV to give you that answer. So it doesn't seem to use a speaker on its own. It always wants to pump that audio through your TV. And also the fact that you can't actually play music directly through that speaker. So it is a bit annoying when they give you that speaker, but you can't take full advantage of it. And another niggly thing is the fact that even though they call this the Pro model, as you've seen with the benchmarks, it scores barely better than the standard On 4K device. So really, I wouldn't call this a Pro model. I'll just say it's the On 4K Plus or something, or it's just a slight increment in terms of processing power from the previous generation. But again, if we factor in those extra features with the RAM and the storage upgrade, I still think for $50, it's a good buy if you can get it in your location. So really appreciate your support. Do like and share this video. Do leave me a comment below of other questions you want answered. Share this video with anybody else thinking about buying the On 4K Pro box, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.